Welcome to another installment of Rich Friend, the elevated conversation brought to you by Tequila Avion. Hey, Mag.
What's up, Tramel?
Yo, what are we here for? What have we gathered on this occasion to do?
Dearly beloved,
Uh-huh.
on this day with the power granted us
Uh-huh.
by the good folks at Tequila Avion and the good folks at Loudspeaker Network, the good folks at sitting at home that listen to this podcast, we've been granted with a great...
Sound like an airline pilot.
I don't know what his voice is. I don't know his voices, but I kind of fuck with. We have been granted with the great responsibility to talk shit and to rank and rate and rant about the greatest albums, the greatest singles, the greatest music videos, the greatest songs, the greatest sonic contributions of the year of our Lord 2016.
As we inch towards the celebration of the year, literally and figuratively, we've got a few Avion Añejos on the rocks. So it's just a little bit of Avion over ice. Simple, straight to the point. Perfect to cheers up for. It's 2016, about to be 2017. You guys have rode with us to the end. We're here. We made it. Clinks, cheers, all that good stuff. Awesome. Sick. Mag, are you excited?
I'm excited to talk about music with you, though I do think we're going to get to a point where I'm probably going to want to jump across the table.
Do you have big plans for the new year? Do you think in terms of the, what is it, Roman calendar year? Is that what it is? Greek, Roman?
We don't know.
It's one of those, right?
I'm not sure.
I know June or July is for Julius.
I know that the Egyptians discovered time, so
That's dope.
give them credit for that.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
So the Romans can kiss my ass. My brother.
Right,
That's
right,
it, man.
right.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, is the transition between December and January big for you personally?
It actually is, yeah. But I'm like a fluffy guy like that.
No, I agree.
I like stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean,
No, some
millions
people
of people do.
I don't have resolutions. I just make reservations. Drake.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
fucking God.
I'm just saying.
Now I'm
like,
about to jump across this fucking... Jesus Christ.
I'm just not one of those guys. Like,
Yeah.
I like, I'm like, okay, first of the year, let me get my shit together. That's what I'm going to do. Whoop to whoop.
Right.
You know what I don't have?
Right.
I'm actually not going to admit that on air. I'm not going to do that.
What do you mean?
Nah, because I get in trouble, man.
What, have we ever bitten our tongues on?
Man,
Rich
you
Friend
don't do
before?
that. Don't guilt me with precedents.
I mean,
to make me say something I don't want to say.
Especially Mag, the people know you are the main one. Come on,
All
man.
right, fuck it. All right, so look, man, this now has been built up. I don't keep a calendar. Yo, like when I say, and there's a lot of people listening to this that I'm responsible for, yourself included. Like, we have projects together. My calendar is so bullshit. I don't keep a calendar.
Yeah. I feel the same way, honestly.
So I need that in 2017. That's the thing that I'm like really working on.
That's the thing. The good advice that I heard from a good colleague of mine named Michael Schulman. He was talking about New Year's Eve, and he was, saying how he always hosted, and he's sort of like, like everyone's always like, oh, New Year's or whatever, and he's like, no, that's my holiday where I like get in the spirit of it or whatever. And he was like, resolutions are dope, but you just have to make really small ones. He was like, my resolution was to like read more fiction.
Yeah.
And I did it.
Yeah. I grabbed 3-4 fiction books and read
and
them.
that was like good. You know what I mean? Like, so I feel that, man. Keep a calendar. It's fucking hard, yo. It's like not even that it's hard. Though? It's not hard, but it's like I do firmly believe that if your brain, if your brain is like that, if you're just like my brain is, I know every contour and corner and like whatever, and like my mess is mine and I know it.
Right.
Then you still have no problem functioning.
Right.
And some people are like wired the exact opposite way. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they're like, oh, if it's not penciled in, then it doesn't exist.
See, I don't want to jinx myself.
Right.
But I've been able to operate without like major fuck ups.
Yeah.
There have been some issues.
I'm
supposed to be like, there was a time I was supposed to be in another country and wasn't there. Like wasn't there at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But outside
that's
of
also,
that,
that's not really the average. That's not sitting in the average trapper keeper of just like, fuck, Switzerland. Fuck, I knew I forgot something.
Yeah.
Like, that's not really but yeah. No, that's fine, man.
So yeah,
I support you in that.
Man, my brother, thank you, bro.
You can. That's light work.
What about you?
You just need you need like a calendar or something that you really like, that you like looking at. You know? Like a whatever notebook or whatever it is that you like really.
I think I got to do it on my phone. If it's a tangible thing, that means I got to carry it with me. I'll lose it. Then I need something that's going to vibrate, remind me. Plus, my pants are mad tight, so like vibrations.
Yeah.
I'll like feel it, make sure I handle.
It's like minor, very minor shock therapy.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
What I used to do in college, which some people thought was really weird and some people thought was like really clever, and I don't still do it because I'm an adult now. But I used to make like going notes on my phone and put a to-do list there, and then screenshot that and set it as my wallpaper. So whenever
that's smart.
Open whenever I press the button, like the to-do list would just be right there.
Be right there for you.
And it's like it's really good, but it's also like it's just on your phone, so people just see that you're like, oh, like pay your phone bill, like blah 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 blah, like call your fucking uncle or like whatever. You know what I mean? Like whatever random. I love. But it is good though. It's very like if there was something like that where you could have, if it was that easy or that quick.
Right. I love Tramel's trick. He's like, yeah, I was in 6th grade. I don't do this anymore because I'm an adult. He says it, and I'm like, that's just genius, motherfucker. I'm about to do that. Like, what does that mean? What does that mean for me?
Nah, I'm just...
Jesus Christ.
I'm saying, no, it's a genuine recommendation. Try it out. I might still do it. Shit, I don't know, but yeah.
I'm going to work on it, man.
No, yeah, that's good. 2017, there's 12 months, you can figure it out chunk by chunk. I don't have anything good for 2017 yet, I don't think. I'm trying to think small in that way.
Yeah. It's good, man. Like, self-improvement's tight.
Always.
That shit's baller.
Always.
It's like, what's like the most baller thing to compare it to? Compare it to that. It's tight.
Hell yeah. Self-care. Right?
The self-care issue. Yo, man, you know what? 2017 is going to be better than 2016 in a lot of ways, but it won't be musically. It won't be.
Okay.
2016.
It's easy to say who dropped in 2016, who didn't, and who do we still have to hear from.
Jay-Z didn't drop.
Right, that's good.
Drake pushed his, so it'll drop in a week. Right? So 2016.
That doesn't count.
Nah,
his album came out.
Shook it out.
No, his album came out.
He had an album, but he got a project it's about to drop. So he doesn't count because he did drop. You're right.
FK Twigs. I really, really, really want to hear FK Twigs' album, yo. She fucking, like, that girl is so crazy. I don't know, like, she played Pitchfork Festival over the summer, and I didn't go, but I, like, watched it online, and the shit was, like, it's just, like, yo, like, Tinashe, like, come on. Like, she is fucking, like, she just wants it more than everyone.
Hey, dog, we 12 seconds into this podcast, Tramel already talking about Tinashe.
No, I'm saying to say that,
talking about the year in music, amazing, 2016.
Great. Oh, she also didn't drop. Joyride didn't drop. She didn't drop. She is not out here yet. But, yo,
right.
Fucking Twigs, like, her set was so wild, and it was just like, oh, like, you fucking sat there and watched, like, fucking Miguel and Thundercat and all these people, and they all, like, go up and perform and play their set, and you're like, oh, that was a good performance. Like, now the next artist comes on. And then her shit came on, and it was like, oh, here's, like, this fucking 12-foot drape that just drops, and, like, 50 dancers
yeah,
and, like, a crystal.
She's another...
She played, like, 2 or 3, like, new songs, and, like, one of them was, like, sounded like some weird, like, industrial, like, reggaeton type shit, like Nina Sky from the future. Yeah. And it was just like, oh, hell yeah. Like, whatever you're about to do, like, I'm fucking down. So, like, I'm fucking hyped for her shit.
Did Kendrick's remaster thing drop this year? That was this year? Yeah.
So, the Untitled thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Not remastered. Yeah.
No, unmastered. Yeah. Right. Yes.
That was a show. He did drop.
Yeah,
I'm trying
but
to think.
That kind of counts.
Who else didn't drop? No, that counts.
Vince
dropped this year.
The EP, does that count as an album?
Yes. That shit, it was too good to not count. I really fucked with that.
I don't know if it does. Because he said, crazy. Because unless, I don't think, and it hasn't come out, right? The real, like, he was like, oh yeah, my album is like really fucking
You do know
insane,
that Chance the Rapper's never released an album, and he's saying he's going to release his first one next year. So you saying Chance the Rapper didn't drop? You got 7 Grammy nominations from it? No. So that shit got to count. We counting all projects.
Yeah.
Kids these days don't know whatever body of like the mixtape EP thing. That shit is, you know, that is dubious. Like it doesn't mean anything.
Nas album's supposed to be done, and it's
yes, that's a good call.
like, which is weird.
I said Hove already.
This is another really funny thing. Shout out to Angel. And we were talking about this actually one time in here when the mics were off. But there's like,
careful now.
If you go into like dark YouTube, like conspiracy theory YouTube, there's a really fucking good video on like the real reason why Jay-Z and Nas had beef. And it's like all of this like, and it's all logically incredibly sound and really well researched. But it's like a dude who has like weirdly a southern accent. And is just in the most nonchalant way, just like, y'all have been lied to. Y'all have been misled. Strap in, because we gonna tell you exactly why. And he's like citing like songs that like weren't a part of the beef at all, but had these like subliminal lines in them and like giving the meaning behind them.
So
and it's
tight.
like a Microsoft Paint like slideshow
So
of like
tight.
photos of that. Yo, I highly recommend it.
Tequila Avion, find him for us.
Seriously.
Get him on the
my
podcast.
God. It's 45 minutes, guys. After this, please look that shit up. It's
That's
so
incredible.
thoroughly entertaining.
What project dropped this year that
Yeah.
people weren't, that isn't on people's radars that should be? Like, what's like the unsung joint?
Do you have one? I have one, but do you?
I have one, yeah.
What do you think?
His name, I don't even know how to say his name, bro. I hit you about him.
Oh yeah,
This dude, this shit is incredible.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
His name is pronounced Michael Kiwanuka. Yo, he dropped a banger. I'm a black man in the white world. Yo, he dropped a banger.
He's a soul singer.
Yeah.
Like,
He dropped a banger. You know, I
where's
found
he
out,
from?
bro. I don't know shit about him.
Oh,
I just
okay.
bought the album.
That's dope. Yeah.
Like he had one song played at the end of an episode of Atlanta, and I was like, "Yo, this jams. What is this?" Googled him, looked it up, heard one song, said, "I'm gonna buy both his albums on iTunes." Copped them, was not disappointed.
Hell yeah.
But you should look his shit up.
Yeah, that is. Yeah,
It's really, really.
I
good.
remember like the same thing. Like I heard one of his songs on the radio, and it was like, oh, this is a really good song. And it's one of those things, you know, like fucking what's his name, Leon Bridges, like soul revivalist type dude.
Yeah, I was gonna give him like Gil Scott Heron, but not as like.
That's a good.
Not
point,
as
too.
like, not as he hasn't lived such a tough life. You know what I'm saying? It's a little
Yeah.
more uplifting.
Yeah,
Gil Scott
yeah,
Heron
yeah.
to have you,
Yeah.
feeling like you did Heron for 12 years. You know what I'm saying?
Right. R.I.P. to the legend.
Wow.
But yeah,
What's your joint?
yo, so I would say off the top, there's a lot of them, but off the top of my head, fucking Wretch, Lean and Neck. Wretch came out in January.
I don't even know what that is.
Yo, so Wretch is like, you would, if you like saw him or if you heard it, you would know. He used to run with Yams heavy, and it was like him, Joey Fats, and Vince Staples were in a group, Cutthroat Boys. He's from
What?
Paterson, New Jersey. He's just like one of the really crazy like offshoot,
Yeah.
like second degree removed from like that whole mob moment when it
Right.
happened. Air Dash, like those guys or whatever, and he put out an album called Lean and Neck, like it came out right after Yams passed, and it was like, if you remember,
Did Yams die this year?
January,
Wow.
or like that was
That
like it was
seems
yeah, exactly. So it was last winter.
R.I.P.
and-
ASAP.
yeah, man, and fucking, what do you call it? That album is so fucking good because it's so like, because he basically like before that record he had put out like 2 or 3 tapes, and he was on some like he was like on some Vince Staples shit, like he rapped like that, like he was like a street dude but rapped over like, you know, kind of like TDE-esque beats, but like with an East Coast kind of feel to him. He had a song called Special Gym about this kid that was in the Special Olympics and was like the man and like wanted to be like, he was just like on some different
some
shit
other
mentally, right? And then like on this album he just got on these really crazy like super muddy ass beats and rapped in that same way, but it was like beats that like you know, like a Future would rap on, or like a Designer would rap on, and those guys, but still rap like he was from Paterson, New Jersey, and it's just like so tight. And I remember like when people started doing year and shit, I was like, I know no one's gonna remember this shit came out because it came out in January. I had to check to make sure it was this year, but like,
Right.
yeah, I would like, if you're a fan of like fucked up drug addict rap.
Right.
But yeah, but there was, I don't know.
That's crazy.
When there's, I mean, it's like if you come out too early, then it's just like, bro,
it's over.
Right. Once you get into fucking November,
the sweet spot is like October, November.
Even Cudi coming out like in December was just like, okay.
Did you like the album?
Keep
it a buck. You like the album or no?
Nah, I mean,
Not
I was as a dude who like liked Cudi at his best moments, but wasn't like a fanatic.
Right.
I was like, okay, this is dope that he can make an album like this at this moment. I thought the one he came out with, like Satellite Flight,
right,
that was dope to me. This was like a little less so, but Willow Smith on it was dope. Andre, all the direction, the A&Ring, like the whole, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the project.
Yeah, you know, but Cudi's just like, his style is so singular, it's so him, that if you're not, you either love fucking,
that or hate that.
Yeah,
right.
like you love fucking ranch dressing or you don't, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that's like what it is, you know?
That's fair.
Yeah, but yeah.
I fuck with it.
Yeah.
But I was kind of one of those diehards. Plus, he's from the Midwest, you know, cool
no
Midwest
doubt.
kid.
Definitely.
It was just kind of like a moment, but it was good to see him. It felt like a triumphant moment.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
After all that, without question.
That's good. What was the blackest album to come out this year? We had a lot.
What's the qualifier of that?
This is the blackest album.
What was the most, like,
I think the blackest album to come out this year, not by far, because Solange's project, Beyonce's project, you know. But I think that you got to give it to my man Donald Glover, Childish Gambino.
I mean,
Funkadelic record is pretty incredible.
There was a lot of music that was very explicit. I mean, Dev's album was
pretty proud.
Dev's album was a precursor to the Childish Gambino album in a weird way. Right? That weird,
that's
like,
crazy.
Fucking like the Freetown sound, like that weird cosmic funk kind of thing.
Right.
Dev is a little more like.
Dev's was a precious though.
Yeah,
it's a precious album.
It's a little more delicate, and Childish Gambino's a little like messier and more like kind of Parliament Funkadelic type shit. But
did you see George Clinton commended Donald Glover? I thought that was like that was such a tight thing because like you never know what's gonna happen with an OG like that.
Tequila Avion for the homie.
Straight
That's
up
huge for him.
But
that's
like
wild.
You never know how OG is gonna react because he could be
so much love.
George Clinton.
He loves. He loves. Anything new,
he's focused up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's
you never know.
What did he say? What was it exactly?
He's just like, I commend him. I think that project is, you know,
daring
and really great and different. And obviously, I hear the, you know, the nuances of it. But like, this is a new idea. Right. And like, you never like the motherfuckers come out the woodwork. Like, remember when Etta James was suing Beyonce? She was all mad at Beyonce.
Shit, no.
R.I.P. Not to slander the dead, but
for what?
Etta,
Last
you were
Dance?
bugging.
Is that what it was?
No, for
At Last. I mean? Yeah.
She just was like, she could never sing my song, even though Beyonce bodied it. Yeah, it was like, yo, what? You never know how they're gonna react. Is what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
And he got the nod, and that's tight.
True. Yeah.
Donald Glover had a huge year.
Donald Glover was wearing a thin black turtleneck the other day.
What is that?
At a round table. And I was just like, that looks really good on him. That's like a good look for Donald Glover.
Man, you're getting weird.
I got roasted last episode for wearing a black turtleneck.
This is about you.
I got told, isn't it always? I got told that I look like a poet. Which was a great jab.
Who told you that?
That was a good jab of yours. That was pretty good.
Who said that?
That was a Mark Anthony Green original.
That don't even sound like me.
Yeah, but
I don't even sound like somebody I say.
You were inspired. You were in the moment. Fucking.
That's insane.
But yeah, no. Shout out to him. He did a VR thing. The whole concert.
Right.
That was like out in the desert.
You know what was the worst music moment of a good thing? This is like the worst musical aspect of an otherwise amazing thing. Have you watched Insecure?
Nah.
She raps in the show. She's a terrible rapper, but the show is damn near flawless.
Okay, except for that flaw.
Yeah, and I don't know if they can tell. She like if all it would take is for one person from the show to be like, yeah, she's bad at rapping.
Right.
We're doing this on purpose.
Right.
But I just can't tell. And until I get that text message,
who's gonna tell her though? Doesn't she run the show? Like literally.
Yeah, but she's bad. It's bad.
That's my point. When she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna rap," like who's gonna be like, "Actually"?
I think us on this podcast brought you about Tequila Avion. Like, isn't that our jobs, bro?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of.
What was wrong with it? Was it intentionally goofy, or was she trying to be serious? Or
she can't rap. It's just like
who can't rap these days? Everyone can rap.
Nah, that's not true.
That's not true.
That's just not true. Macklemore still can't rap.
He can definitely rap. Macklemore can rap.
Whoa,
He's not fucking
wait a minute.
Good. He's not fucking...
wait a minute.
If you put on a metronome and say Macklemore, say lyrics that rhyme in rhythm with this metronome, he's physically capable of doing it. That's why it fucking sucks so much that he exists, because everyone can rap. It's not who's allowed, it's who is like physically competently able to.
All I have is a quote from Matthew Trammell.
Oh God.
Music snob. Boy genius, wonderkind.
Okay,
that says Macklemore can rap.
You can take the worst person in the NBA and be like, can they play basketball? Yes, they can play basketball. That doesn't mean that they can ball. It doesn't mean that they're nice at ball, but they can pick up a basketball and functionally play the game.
That's the
point.
No, because the fallacy in your analogy.
No, because you were talking about Issa.
No. The fallacy in your analogy is that to rap, there's like a threshold, like some type of like thing you have to achieve, and then you're allowed to rap. Like in the NBA, you got to make it to the NBA. So there's some type of qualifier that you have to hit before that. So the worst player in the NBA is still really good at basketball. It would be like saying there are no Grammy-nominated rappers or no Def Jam signed rappers that can't rap, which would also not be true, but it would be like saying that. So there's a fallacy in your analogy. Second thing that I like to say, Macklemore's for a terrible rapper.
Who's better, Macklemore or Issa in that episode?
Issa.
That's not
Issa
true,
would
though.
body Macklemore.
But you know that that's not true, though, and I haven't seen it.
I don't have to tell the truth on this podcast.
Yeah, right. That's solid.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Macklemore.
Damn it. Yeah.
I'm not doing this with you.
Man, were there any good white rappers in 2016? Who was good? Lil Peep? I haven't listened to him.
You know what?
DJ Lucas?
Eminem had a good song.
No, he didn't.
He did. Eminem did a song about Trump.
Fucking not. That shit was terrible. That shit sounded like whatever Issa. That's what I imagine. Whatever that. Yo, it was so bad. Are you serious? When he's like starting and stopping and like just going crazy. It's like it sounded like he was having a fucking emotional episode, which he probably was. We all were. But like,
I wonder why
that was not good.
But you're out here riding for Macklemore because you know that's how I'm spinning this, right?
That's a good spin. That is a solid spin. That is well trained in by mainstream media, Mark Anthony Green. Like, look at these fire headlines. I'm about to clap off.
Look at these.
Matthew Trammell says that Macklemore raps better than Eminem.
That's what we're tweeting out.
Mac Miller's album was good. The Divine Feminine, I think it was called. It was he made you didn't hear it. He was like he's like in love with Ariana Grande and like
that's made a shorty. Yeah,
like made like a whole.
Love is tight, man.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, genuinely, it's like, I'm dead ass serious. It was like, like, he made a very dope, like, musical, like, emotional kind of record that's, like, about this muse that he has now, which is completely different from fucking whatever shit he was doing before, you know? He had a lot of dope producers on it. Mac is, like, you know, bless his heart.
Yo, listen, man.
He's the ideal as far as white rappers go, I think, as far
Eminem
as right now.
Okay.
You know? Eminem is like...
I ride out for M.
Eminem is like the Barack Obama of white rappers. Like, obviously, it's like, but you're never going to get another fucking, like, raised in Hawaii and Kansas.
That's
like,
tight.
You know what I mean? Like, you're never going to get that whole fucking...
You're sick for that.
History is not going to happen. But as far as, like, oh, yeah, I was just, and then I just liked rap and I started rapping. Mac Miller is like the fucking, you know, like... That's the best we're going to get for right now.
He's the Van Jones. he's the...
God damn it.
What can you say?
I don't know if there were any other good ones. Good female rappers?
Yeah, man. Young M.A.
Stop what you're about to say.
You don't like Young M.A.? You from Brook, ain't you? And y'all are basically the same person. How you dislike Young M.A.? I think you got your Scully.
I
You got your raps.
I gotta shout Luke out because he's so casually.
Yeah, he giggled on that. He fucked the whole dynamic up.
He so casually took a bite of his fucking whatever the fuck that is. It was just like, oh nah, that's a fact, Mac. They are the same. Like, that's a good one, bro. Like, wow. Shout out to you, dog. Wow.
You don't fuck with Young M.A.?
Oh, come on, man.
Why don't you like Young M.A., bro?
Yo,
She had a big year. Can't take that from her.
you walking right into this. I'm not even gonna lay you out with that one. I'm not even gonna lay you out with it. You know who else had a big year? Donald Trump. And you could take that away from him. Like, come on. She's the fucking,
But what about her do you dislike?
Yo, I saw a great,
Who's better, her or Macklemore?
This isn't even her.
Who's better, her or Macklemore? Young M.A. or Macklemore? I'm not letting you off the fucking hook.
For a hoe.
Yo.
I just want the neck, none mo. She made my whatever when she deep throat. Ooh. She's fucking, cause she like, this isn't my idea. This isn't my idea, so I can't
or
take.
Macklemore.
This isn't my idea, so I can't take credit for it. But, somebody said, like, I wish that I could cite the person. They were like, the most prominent queer female rapper in hip hop is of like violent misogynist. Like, come on,
wow.
how
That's
she just seems like
that's kind of brilliant.
Yeah, it's like this just seems
but is
so
she
like
flipping this? Let me think about that. Let me process
man, it's
that,
like
because that's a smart ass thing.
You can do
to say.
like some kind of rationalization gymnastics, but it's like, yo, like what the fuck is this? It's like there's a fucking just dire, just dry well of talent in New York City, and people are just grasping at straws.
Is
and
there
there's
though?
like, oh, like, well, that's what, as far as the like infrastructure of what is allowed to be successful in New York by the people that are here, by like the fucking Funk Flex K Slay standards of like, oh yeah, this is the streets and blah blah blah, Young M.A. like da da da. Like, come on, man. Like, come the fuck on, man. Like, we can fucking do better. We can do better. You know, not even a rail on her like that, but it's just like, bro. Female rappers, there's better ones. No Name. I didn't even really listen to that girl, and it was like, she's got to be fucking better. I don't know. Dej Loaf is still sick. Dej Loaf is so much tighter than Young M.A. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. This was your plan all along. Fuck
man,
you.
listen, man. Look, I told y'all I was going to give y'all some good podcasts, man.
God damn it.
Okay, I promised y'all in the Good Folks at Tequila Avion I was going to get Tramel in his bag tonight, and that's where we are. You know? Wow, you picked Macklemore over Young M.A.
Yo, I can't fucking, like...
That's crazy.
You have to be impartial when you're talking about these things.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
No, you can't ask me any more questions. No, this press conference is
I'll
over.
be putting Tramel in the hot seat. I don't know why he shows up week after week.
What's the best concert that you went to this year, Mark Anthony Green?
The best concert that I've went to this year? Oh, that's tough. That's tough. I don't want to be the guy that says, like, I don't want to do something like...
You can say more. I mean, you can just rattle them off. You can say more than one.
Yeah.
No shame.
Okay.
No, you know.
Okay,
whatever.
okay. Kanye had one of the greatest shows.
Fire.
I'm gonna say this, and you know, understand that in podcast land, there's like a little delay. So if something changes, people forgive me.
That's real.
There's
That's
a little
real.
delay.
You do have to give a fucking disclaimer.
And I ask you for some
patience.
patience.
Uh-huh.
I need Kanye to do right by us. I'm going to leave it at that. I don't even want to talk about it. If he could do that, then I'm good. I'm still on the team. I'm still on the fan. I'm on the bandwagon. I'm in limbo.
I need you to be extremely specific right now. I need you.
Kanye West let Donald Trump pat him on the top of his head, and it fucking broke my heart. Okay, that's as specific as one can get.
Right.
And so what I'm saying is, it's difficult for me to compliment the man. I can't compliment anybody. I wrote Jim Brown off the other day. Jim Brown was like, yeah, I admire Donald Trump. Sat down with him. I wrote Jim Brown. I idolized that man. I wrote him off completely. If I saw Jim Brown trying to get on the subway and I had just walked out, so all I had to do was swipe my unlimited card to let him in, I wouldn't fucking let him in. That's how much I dislike Jim Brown right now.
And that
Think
costs
about
you nothing
that.
At all.
Cost me nothing.
And that's pretty great. Damn.
Think about that.
yo, bro, you got to swipe?
Yeah, nah, legend. Nah, chief, with his cane, nah.
Damn.
Trump will swipe you. And I'd keep walking.
Could Yeezy get a swipe? You would still swipe Yeezy through. You would still swipe.
Right now?
You would still swipe him through.
With nothing changing? Nah. Listen, no, I'm taking this shit. Tremel, I wouldn't swipe you if you let Donald Trump pat you on the back of the head and y'all was like, yeah, we boys. Nope. No swipes for you. Anyway,
He said, yo, did you listen really close to the audio? The footage? When
I tried not to bring this up.
Did you listen really, really closely? Yo, Kanye said, all right, I'm out, bruh. Trump said, all right, you take care of yourself. And they dapped up and then walked away from each other. I was blown away.
Bro, I don't want to talk about it.
Great concert, though.
One of the concept of turning that shit into a mosh pit in a fucking arena, whoever did that deserved their check.
Let's have a cool conversation about that, like good 2016 one. So 2013 was Yeezus.
Yeah.
Everybody walked away from that like, oh my god, like concerts are changed forever.
Was it 2013? No, it was after that.
I'm pretty sure 2014, 2013.
Yeah,
the album came out
2013 was Watch the Throne.
Okay, yeah, the album came out 2013.
Which changed live shows forever.
So 2014 was a tour. You're right. And people walked out of that like, holy shit, mountain moved, Jesus,
legend,
snow, screens. Legend. What the fuck was that? Mask, dancers, beast, like Nutcracker in rap form.
Yeah.
Like, and then you like strip everything down. You make an album where you just dump on all the fucking like Baroque pop, 10 fucking million features.
Yep.
3 different movements per song, like as maximalist as possible. And then you do the show and just like strip everything down. You're just like, brilliant. I'm just a stage. So how do the two compare? I assume you saw Yeezus.
You know what it is? It's like if you're watching a slam dunk contest and there's a guy who jumps over a burning car and puts the ball between his legs twice and dunks it behind his back. That's like brilliant. And then there's a guy who jumps up and he like unhinges the net and then dunks it. And like you never thought you could like take the net off. It's like one idea was impossible to create and was like orchestrated and like it hit every sense. And then the other was like some just impressive shit you never thought was possible. It's like when Vince Carter put his arm in the rim. Yeah. Like when he put his whole arm in the rim, you were like, yo, I've never even considered the possibility of that.
Right.
So like they're two, both are impressive. They're just impressive but with different muscles, you know?
But which one though?
Which one would I say is better?
Yeah.
Yeezus.
Yeah.
Yeezus to me is the greatest live thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's the greatest performance of anything I've ever seen. And I've seen Hamilton. Hamilton's not in my top 10 performances, by the way.
Hamilton was 2016, right?
Hamilton was 2016.
That counts.
Well, it didn't start. I thought it started in 2015.
Well,
but
the album came out this year.
Yes, sure. I didn't listen to the album.
I'm not throwing away my shot.
I fucked with that. I fucked with him on SNL. He went blood on SNL.
What was the other good? There were a lot. I mean, that whole thing. That was that shit was fucking strange.
What, Hamilton?
In hindsight, like now that we have some distance from that,
you know,
it was like, yo, that really happened. There was a hip hop musical about the founding fathers that was just breathlessly praised as like the greatest thing to ever happen. Written by a Hispanic dude from Washington Heights.
Yeah.
And fucking casted completely like colorblind to the actual historical context of the real thing.
Yeah.
And has probably generated like a gazillion dollars in revenue and like single-handedly made like Broadway relevant.
Yeah.
And Cats came back this year. Like that was pretty fucking nuts.
That was nuts we lived through that. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
We shouldn't take that for granted. That's fair. Wait, tell me your best live show that you saw this year.
I mean, I saw Ye and that was up there. Fucking Bon Iver, I just saw at King's Theater. That was pretty amazing.
Yo, you know, yeah. Can I throw one out? That was very ill, and I saw him 3 times in 2016. I hadn't seen him before the year. James Blake.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah,
James Blake is great. Well, we went to that show together, and
That was sick. That was really good.
He's ill, and you don't think the music will vibe like that.
And he was like, he made the point to say that he played everything live, which was really sick because it's really easy when you like play like electronic music
Right,
to
to
not
just
do
press
that. You know
play,
what I
right,
mean?
exactly.
Yeah, like at all.
Yo, and his voice is sick.
Seeing things in big theaters like that with seats is always weird.
Yeah, because you can't really get.
That's
your
how King's Theater was. Erykah Badu was really good. I saw her at King's Theater.
She's ill.
She was really, really, really just on it, and she had just put out her new album, or the Can't Use My Phone. That was 2016, right?
No, it wasn't.
No, really?
Because that was last year for Basel. That was all I played.
Oh, okay.
Motherfuckers, I was clearing out clubs. They were mad at me because I was playing Neo Soul in a club. I fell in love with that album.
No, it was good.
And Andre, one of the greatest verses of all time.
Yeah. Hell
Wow.
yeah.
He low-key, 2016 was the feature god.
Yeah.
Frank's album, Travis Scott's album, Cuddy's album, Tribe. Andre damn near gave us an EP in 2016, and y'all are being ungrateful about it.
Mm-hmm.
We should be sending like all these artists like a trophy, like a gold Avion bottle,
Yeah.
to thank them for their contributions to the
To our lives.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
the lives of our loved ones.
because it helped. I gotta say, it was great. Like that Tribe album,
Mm-hmm.
to me, and I'm not gonna act like I'm a diehard Tribe fan. Like I grew up fucking with Tribe. I didn't,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But you know, I obviously know the albums, know the work, like them. They're great. But that album, I didn't think I was gonna like it or spin it as nearly as much as I ended up.
Yeah.
Like I fuck with Tip. Tip
Really?
can rap,
Yeah.
bro.
It was really refreshing. It was like, well, I mean, it's impossible. How could it not be different? But there was like I think there was like you had to just reconcile with that, whatever it was, like
Right.
expectations of what old shit was. And then like, there's just like this group is what it is now, has like obvious, connections to that, but that has like no bearing on it too, or little bearing on it,
Yeah.
So that was interesting. I mean, Space Program was dope. Fucking, like, Busta's just a lunatic. So, Khan's had some little moments on there.
What did you think of Coloring Book?
This is another setup.
Damn, I ain't mean to set you up.
No.
What'd you think? Yeah, like I was like,
I mean, no, it was cool. It's not, Chance is not really for me, I found.
can I say something that I think my perception of your relationship with Chance the Rapper
I'm
is
scared.
that is that if he weren't praised as like the voice of a generation and shit, you'd be fine with it. But I think what happens is like you're cool on it, and then people hype the fuck out of it, so then it makes you less cool on it.
There may be an element to that.
I'm trying to save you
Thank you. I appreciate
because
that.
you're on the wrong side of history when it comes to Chancellor Bennett. I gotta be honest with you.
We have a long history, Chance and I.
Oh wow,
Since
longer than you and Tinashe, or
since 10 Day. I'm gonna just skate right on past that one. Was Tinashe this year? Was it this year that I saw her at Webster Hall? I think so.
Yo, I was at that show and we didn't even know each other. How crazy is that?
Puts on a great concert. Very passionate, focused young woman.
Malcolm Moore, Tinashe.
This is just Jesus Christ.
That was like choosing your mother and your sister. That was tough.
I mean,
for you.
Tinashe, obviously. They just fucking should have put Party Favors out. They should have gave that shit a push and like let it fucking pop. Because that song was fucking dope.
Welcome back to the Tinashe Street Team, brought to you by Tequila.
You know what other song was sick this year? That was amazing.
What?
Fifth Harmony, Work From Home. That is my favorite number one fucking like guilty pleasure or like shitty bad
How does it
That's
go?
fucking amazing. You know the song.
I don't. Sing it real quick. How's it go?
Fuck you.
I actually don't know what song. Nah, bro, come on. I don't know what song you're talking about.
Yo, if you heard, it's with Ty Dolla Sign on
He
it.
was on like 50 things this
You
year.
ain't gotta go to work. You can work from home. Dun 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 dun. dun
What's a verse like?
Ty's part is like put in work like my time sheet. She ride it like a 63. Gotta ride in the foreign with me. You my bae. I'm her boo. If you heard it, you would know.
I can't believe I got him to sing on this motherfucker. He's so crazy.
Yeah.
Gullible.
If you like that,
I
shit
don't know
was
the song
fucking
you're talking about.
You should listen to it.
Ty
It
Dolla
was-
Sign had a huge year.
Yeah.
Ty Dolla Sign had for Ty had a big year.
Yeah, he put out Campaign.
I didn't like Campaign as much as I liked Free.
Yeah, Free TC was
Free
fucking
TC
fire.
was fire.
That shit was amazing.
Horses in the Stable, come on.
Yo, what was the joint? Just give a nigga some credit. What credit?
Don't you just want that to just play like when you get home after a long day of work? You just be so
but
that thing feels like taking your shirt and tie off every time you hear it, right? Just relief.
But the whole sentiment of the song was just so wild.
Yeah.
It was like he's really just inherited like R. Kelly's position of just ridiculous, problematic R&B that's like okay because it's Ty Dolla $ign because of how it sounds.
It's so
but the
good.
whole song is like, yo, like I may act crazy, but I don't be smoking weed in your mom's house.
Right.
And I don't be like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't violate.
In your mama.
Yeah, like, so just give me some credit.
But you know what, though? That's real.
Yeah, YG's album was dope.
Credit. Yo, can I say
Speaking of the
something?
homie.
Yo, I fuck with Charlamagne, and I fuck with MTV, too. I really fuck with my man Sycamore, like, legit, the like, for real, great creative. That list that they cooked up, did you see that? The hottest MCs, they did a list, and it had YG at like number 7 above, like Kendrick was like number 8, Kanye was number 1, and had like Lil Uzi Vert.
They're weirdos.
It was. I gotta say, I would have made some changes.
Yeah,
to
that's
that
why
list.
I don't even. That's why, yeah. Not to be like, that's why I don't even blah blah blah. But it's like they're gonna be on some weird shit.
Yeah, they had Nick Cannon on it, and he looked nutty.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just
wait. Let me ask you something. Malcolm Moore and Nick Cannon. That's actually an even fight. That's like when you have your little brothers, they fight each other, and it's like even. You know what I mean? Malcolm Moore, Nick Cannon.
You must be out of your mind. First of all, don't violate the homie Nick Cannon like that. Nick Cannon make Gigolo. How are you gonna violate Nick Cannon and say that Nick Cannon and Macklemore are like comparable? Nick Cannon, you gotta put some respect on his name. Come on.
So what's your pick? You picking?
Come on, yeah, of course, man. That's
Nick
like
Cannon.
that's not as good of a barter as you think it is, as like a watermark for like what's good and not.
Nick Cannon has that abortion song though, and that took him down. Have you ever heard that?
No.
It's a song he wrote for his mom about she was gonna give him up.
Wow.
Yeah, and
that's wild.
It is tough to listen to.
That's crazy.
And there's a music video because, of course.
I did not know that.
Go home, when y'all at home, go ahead and Google it. Pause us. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, pause us. We'll be here.
That's super weird.
Yeah, it's
really
strange.
weird.
It's strange.
Mariah had a rough year too. Mariah, it feels like she's back in a glitter phase and like crying for help and like no one's recognizing it.
Oh, damn.
Like, I feel like she's getting crazy for her right now.
Mariah or Tinashe?
And people are not like, these are just not even good ones. You're just making fun of me at this point. Like,
Yes.
It's good. It's pretty, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Jamel.
Yeah, ding, 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 right? Like, fuck. Luke has just finished his meal. He's just so fucking comfortable back here. We're gonna get you a mic eventually, bro.
Yeah.
Like, this is too good.
But if you get on this motherfucker, it's free.
God
Your
damn
free
it.
game,
Yeah,
Luke.
exactly. Fucking, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Mariah, it seemed weird. She did Vegas,
Tough.
right?
I gotta say, one of my like life goals is to have a Vegas residency. I don't know what I'd be doing. Maybe Magic? Dog, that would be so tight to like end my life and career with the Vegas Magic residency.
Yeah,
Wow, I would be the happiest person on the planet.
that would be.
And I just have a white tiger, like I do some trick with the white tiger.
You could just tell your life story though, from Kansas to Conde, the Mark Anthony Green story, right? Like, I would fucking buy a ticket for that.
Wow, from Kansas to Conde, the Mark Anthony Green story. It all started in a farm.
Right? Like I'm already.
I didn't grow up on no
I can see. I can see it now. I was a humble ranch boy.
No one trolls
Each
me
morning,
like you do, dog.
I feel you, man.
Yeah,
Fuck.
that's fair.
Man,
What else happened this year in music, bro?
there was an explosion of British hip hop, which, if that's interesting to people,
Can I say something?
it really went down. That happened this year. People didn't think it would ever happen.
Those dudes, Skepta, Stormzy, all of them, they can flow outrageously well.
Mm-hmm.
When you read the lyrics,
Not good. I agree. But
I didn't think you were gonna agree with me.
no. You know what?
But I do think
it's
they're gonna get better. And I like Stormzy, and I really like Skepta.
It's amazing.
But-
It's like you could teach a fucking like trigonometry class on this. There's some elaborate like flow of like energy and like culture and like point of reference of knowledge that has made it so that like they rap really well because they're basically just still in the fucking like in their brains. They're still in like Jadakiss G-Unit fucking era, like Lloyd Banks, like all that. Like they still rap as if like rap never stopped being like that.
Right.
But they were never as good as those American rappers at that time.
Right.
So they're just still that good, but the bar here has dropped. So now them just even being able to rap fast is like, oh shit. You know what I mean? And then they make punchlines about like fucking like Pokemon and like fucking like
right.
I don't even, you know what I mean? Like like exactly as you put it, like you read the lyrics and
rap,
it's like,
though.
That's what I'm saying. Like they rap, like they're physically capable of like rapping their asses off, but like they're like the way that their bar for what like a hard line is lower than like a Cameron's.
You know who kind of had like did you listen to Meek Mill's album? It was an album or a
DC4?
mixtape? Yeah, DC4.
Nah,
what was
really.
that?
I heard Liddy again with him and Tory Lanez.
That's your shit?
No, that's a weird ass song.
Yeah.
Liddy again. That's just strange. But did you fuck with Meek?
You know, it's tough
Meek
because
Millie?
because I never. You ever like I this isn't a diss. Like I get it, but it's not for me. It's not what I like to consume.
Uh-huh.
Like when I work out, I listen to Future. Like
Yeah.
like if I want to, and also when I go to sleep, I listen to Future constantly. But like that isn't for me. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I like there's a level of like aggression and all that. It just doesn't. It's just not for me. So he's not really rapping for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think I started to pay attention in a different way after the whole Drake thing happened, because I'm like, yo, I just want to see if he's going to bounce back, what he's going to do. You know, I've interviewed him, so I've, you know, had to get really acclimated with the music and like, you know, bar for bar and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, I mean,
Meek Mill is like a British rapper, as far as like his rapping level, right?
Wow, yeah.
Like he can rap, but like he doesn't say anything where you're like, oh shit, you just like changed the fucking benchmark of what a good line is.
Right.
But like he'll finish a song and you're like, oh, that was fucking competent through the whole thing.
Wait
you know
a
what I
minute.
mean?
Yeah, I thought I was in it.
Fucking and Dreams Worth More Than Money was like had some good ass songs on it, but was like obviously got overshadowed by his little squabble.
Rick Ross didn't drop this year.
Oh, he's finished. He's done.
You think Rick Ross is donezo?
I think he's out of here.
Why? Because of what?
Who wants to listen to him? You want to listen to Rick Ross right now?
Rick Ross or Macklemore?
Like looking for an out. Like how much time is left? Like God, fuck it. No, like, but seriously though, like seriously, Rick Ross I think is done. You don't think so?
I don't know. I actually no. I'm gonna say I absolutely don't think Rick Ross is done.
I think he's out of stuff to contribute.
I don't agree with that. But I maybe I'm not about to ride out and say he's gonna come back and whatever. I didn't think he really left. I don't know. Like if I was putting together a project,
The last Rick Ross song that I remember, I don't even know if it was this year or not, and I know it's probably not the most recent one. Is me and 2 Chainz fuck the same hoes. Me and Meek Mill fuck the same hoes. Like that was him, right?
I don't even remember. I don't even know
Called Same Hoes.
Nah, that sounds like some.
I'm serious.
Sound like a spoof.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Sounds ridiculous.
Listen,
right?
we're not the hip hop nerds.
No, I'm just saying.
You got to go to another podcast.
Yeah,
for
right.
that.
No, that's true.
All I'm saying is that
Who was the most well dressed musician this year by your accord? Male or female?
I'll give you a male and I'll give you a female.
I would say like amongst all, just period.
Well,
I don't know.
there's somebody like, okay, Pharrell's
However you want to, but
Pharrell's the most stylish human being of all time. So I table him, like I don't compare him to anyone, right? So I acknowledge him, but then it's unfair to compare him because he's the GOAT. So I would say most stylish musician is probably Rocky. I think Rocky's the most well-dressed human being doing what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's toss-up between young Rihanna for most time. We ain't even talked about her album, which I thought was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Rihanna's...
Needed Me, probably not video of the year because I haven't thought enough about it, but up there.
I think Nike video of the year. Frank's. I think that's
right.
That's
That's what I'm saying. Right. No,
that's the best music
There's
video
there's a lot that are up there, and then there's a lot of fucking like smaller videos that didn't end up being the same way like music. You know what I mean?
Right.
Needed Me though. That was this year, right?
Incredible, yeah.
Fucking God, that was
so good.
Wasn't that Harmony that did that?
Nah.
Yeah, right? Yeah, yo. Fuck, that video was good. That shit was fucking nuts.
She's sick.
That whatever that was, the teal shit.
Right.
She just fucking had the ratchet and then just fucking like motorcycles, that crazy tatted up dude. That shit was so dope, yo. That video was amazing.
She's sick. She's sick.
So you would say that
Rocky's most stylish.
But Rocky's not better dressed than Pharrell in 2016.
Rocky, but it's like comparing Jordan to LeBron. It's like there is no LeBron without Jordan.
Yeah, but Pharrell's not retired.
Yeah, but if Jordan was on the Wizards,
but you could still go like outfit for outfit. I'm saying this year, you know, they're both.
If I went outfit for outfit, I'd probably give it to Rocky.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like Pharrell's shit was like he's always
that's a little
cool,
taste of my own
like,
medicine. He's you're not about to skate through this.
You know what I mean? Like,
I respect it.
Yo, the hair, the fade thing that he has that's just on the back. Have you seen that?
I fuck with it. Yeah,
it's kind of dope.
Nah, he's a
like,
monk.
You
man.
could never. It's like the perfect level of like that's a little too far for everyone else, but it also makes perfect sense.
For
you know what I mean? Like you figured out a new thing to fucking do that no one else can really do. You know what I mean? Like you still are fucking on it in that way. That was dope. It was, and I feel like he sees, you know, he sees all these kids that he is like inspired, and not in a cliche kind of way, but in a very tangible, real, like like all of these every day I see all these kids on Instagram like directly fucking cite my shit like out loud, not like in a subtle kind of way. And so now I feel like he's just sort of settling into this kind of like doyen kind of position, you know what I mean? Of just like I'm still gonna be crazy, but I know that it's you guys now, but like I'm still gonna like just lean on your necks a little bit.
That's why I like the internet meme where they call somebody dad or mom if you fuck with them.
Yeah.
Because we are children of the internet.
Right.
We're children of we're fans.
Yeah.
And that dude is like he's the father.
Yeah.
The father.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hidden Figures soundtrack I still haven't listened to, but that's all him.
I saw that movie. The movie's good.
Yeah, I believe it's good. The
movie's good.
Yeah, but it's not actually out till next year. But you saw a screening.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it looks good. But yeah, like he's still on the table.
Yeah, he's still out here. You know, and
Andre's gotten a little crazy stylistically too.
Andre 3000.
Yeah,
he's now to me.
He's done like crop tops too.
The
Him and
only
Cudi
reason
are kind of like in that same room a little bit.
You're giving Cudi too much credit. Andre,
Cudi gets credit for style. Definitely,
he shouldn't get as much credit to be put next to Andre 3000.
I'm just saying, if you're saying Rocky, Pharrell, Cudi, Andre, like there's
giving Cudi too much credit to do that. Is what I'm saying.
You think so?
Yes, I think so.
I'm not even. I don't
fuck with Cudi.
Yeah,
but like,
I mean, I wouldn't.
Andre's GOAT level. Like, the only reason why you can't put Andre and say Andre's the greatest of all time, though he's on the short list, is because we see him style-wise. Is because we see him once a decade. If the reason why Pharrell's so impressive is Pharrell never goes into hiding, but so you see, I mean, he's giving you something every day, right? And you see it every day. He's in front of paparazzi damn near every day. If Andre were like that, I think I would pick him over Pharrell, which is why I can't give Cudi that. All due respect to the Cutter, to the Moon Man.
I think they're more similar than you really.
I think they both wore a crop top once, and I think that's what's bringing you to them together.
That might be true.
Because you got to think Andre's shit is very tailored, like bow ties, jackets, and then when it was crazy, And and then when it was crazy, it was like
just get that soundbite from you was worth it. That was good too. You know, Andre shit is very tailored.
I ain't never been afraid to have this conversation, bro. That's my guy.
Holy fuck.
I'm just saying, yeah, like, you can't really Andre
Seth Rogen or Shia LaBeouf as like most fucking wacky, insane. How the fuck did you weasel your way into this bubble of like conversation?
Shia,
you think so? I'm just saying.
Wait a minute. Let me say this, and you know what? I'm gonna shout out before I make this comment. Before I bring the conversation full circle, because we do have to end soon. I want to shout out the good folks in Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
I want to shout out the good folks at Morehouse College, Tequila Avion, all my family. Okay. Best white rapper this year is Shia LaBeouf. We fucked that up earlier. I want to come in and correct that. Best white rapper this year, and I'm not trolling. I actually believe this. He gave us 3 verses. I'm going with Shia. Shia as a white boy dropped 3 compared to anybody else's top 3 whatever. Shia beat them.
I mean, sure. Yeah.
Yes, in 2016.
Him or Drake?
What do you mean, Drake? Drake's a million times better than Shia LaBeouf.
But he kind of like leaned on that. Like he kind of, you know what I mean? I feel like to me, it's like
Drake would wash Shia LaBeouf.
To me, they're like the same. To me, they're like.
What?
To me, they're like on a fucking.
Nah, I just gave him
a lot
of love.
He's an actor that rapped, and you're like, oh my god, like he's good at rapping, and he kind of fucking like I don't know. To me, they're comparable.
Drake hasn't been an actor since he started rapping.
Drake's short film was one of the worst films of the year. There's another one.
Another one.
Hands down.
Yo, Tramel threw that out.
Short film was
with the utmost confidence.
Terrible.
I never watched it. I can't front.
You did.
I never watched it. Remember, we came in. You started it, and I was like, "Yeah, I haven't seen it yet," and you convinced me not to watch it.
Yo,
I never really got into it.
That shit was bad.
I like the music video where he's got Tyra Banks in it and the argument at Cheesecake. That shit's tight.
Yeah,
that's a good music video.
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf, congratulations, man. We're gonna send you the gold Avion Tequila trophy bottle thing. 2016's dopest white rapper. That's tight. Come on.
No, yeah. No, it is. I was impressed too. He like dissed Yachty and shit. It was pretty funny. And then like Rosenberg was like mad at him,
which I didn't understand.
This shit got so fucking crazy, man.
It got weird. 2016
was like, it was just like, why not throw everything to the fucking wall? Everything sticks.
Right.
You coat everything in slime and it fucking sticks. Like, that's how this year fucking worked. God damn it.
That's so true. Yo, before we go, 2017, what you most excited about musically? It could be a show, it could be an album, it could be a single, it could be something you made up, it could be the new Macklemore EP. What you looking forward towards?
Willow Smith.
Wow, I fuck with that. I fuck with that.
And like, no, I mean, yeah. As far as like, new music, probably her, and then Twigs, and then Nas probably, and then a couple of ones that we talked about, and then like, I don't know, hopefully like some sort of wiki. Some sort of kind of this sounds like crazy or may sound silly, but like some kind of like structural change in the way that stuff breaks, in the way that we like start talking about stuff, especially in New York. I know this is like seems like such a nerdy, like annoying point, but like it feels like since A$AP Rocky came out, we've just been like beating the same fucking polo horse. Like,
right.
Oh my god, like New York and blah, 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 you know what I mean? And it's like, yo, like there are fucking talented fucking people in the city, and there has to be some new kind of something, you know? So
Right.
I'm just like, if there's some sort of like, I keep thinking about like, you know, people talk about Biggie. When he came out, it was all fucking West Coast. Then you talk about like fucking like DMX when he came out, and it was just like, oh, there's a fucking rock star from like Mount Vernon or wherever, you know what I mean? Yonkers,
Right.
whatever, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Can I say something real quick?
so I'm just hoping for something like that, just in general. There's this kid Mike from the Bronx that's fucking dope. He's really, really good.
I just want to
But
say
yeah.
one thing real quick.
No, you're not allowed to.
there's this-
You're literally not allowed to. You're not allowed to say whatever you're thinking.
So
and I
there's-
also don't want to hear what you're most interested for next year. I'm not even going to return the question. You're not allowed to finish the thought. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Rich Friend, the Elevated Conversation brought to you by Tequila Avion. This was a lot of fun. 2016, y'all. We fucking did it. This is so sick. Thank you guys. I'm going to keep talking so I can't finish the sentence.
I gotta say
Have
one
a
thing.
fucking awesome weekend. Have a lot of fun. Happy New Year. Peace. Recording done. Cut.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. There's this parable. Okay, to close us out, roll the credits as I say this story. There's a man. He's on a deserted island. Okay, right? This big turtle swims up to the island. Turtle says, "Hey man, you want to jump on my back? I'll swim you to shore." He's like, "Nah, I'm good. God's got me." Okay. Then there was a shark, and the shark pulled up on him. And he's like, "Yo, man, I don't eat people. You want me to take you back to shore? I got you." And he's like, "Nah, man, I'm good. God's got me." And then these people pulled up in a yacht. And he was like, "Yo, do you want us to take you? Like, we got all this food or whatever." And he's like, "Nah, God's got me." You know? So the man dies on the deserted island. He goes up, and God's like, "Yo, what's up, man?" He's like, "Yo, dog, I was waiting on you to save me. You know, you didn't save me. What's going on?" And God was like, "Yo, I sent you a turtle, a shark, and a boat. What did you think I was going to do? Okay? You just heard Tramel's plea. God sent him young M.A., and he's still not accepting his blessing. Okay? And on that note, we'll see y'all next year. Love you tremendously. Bye-bye now. Rich Friend, the Elevated Conversation is a Loudspeaker Network production. Our producer is Matt Raz. Our editor is Tim Einenkel. Our executive producer is Chris Morrow. The views, opinions, and hilarious jokes expressed on this podcast are solely those of the host and guests featured on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of Tequila Avion and its affiliates.